think Lidia is the most likely one because she's just a Tekken 8 character. I think Falkenraum is likely too, but I don't think that they can have two of those characters back to back. And considering what they've said, oh, you know, that's probably the other thing that to do is like the story update. I forgot about that. But considering they said they're going to have an extension to the story whenever it was, I think they said like in the summer, if they said anything. I remember them saying in the summer for some reason. And considering the background we know about Lidia having a role in the story and that being the basis why we thought she was going to be base roster, her being DLC in the summer would make sense. That would be so easy to talk. Oh, fuck me. Okay, hey, everyone on YouTube. Hey, Michael Murray and Harada's on the screen. Listen, it's 2 a.m., so I'm going to be quiet. You know what? You know what's gonna make this funnier? This free content. He gave up. The Funk player gave up. The content makes itself. I don't even need to talk. I said I had to be quiet. I don't even need to. The content is just here. You know what? Just get me off the screen. I don't need to be here anymore. This is all that we need. This is like when Subway Surfers is in the video. Except it's just funny.
So we have a lot of cool plans in the pipeline for the Tekken franchise as a whole for the 30th anniversary.
Yeah? Yeah, you had a lot of plans for the anniversary of Tekken, huh? Oh, slow-mo! Oh, the slow. Not again. Holy shit, that was so fucking sick. Did you see that slow-mo? Oh my god. This is great. Oh, I'm enjoying this. That slow-mo was fucking insane. Dude, this is why I'm saying Jim is just one of the best players I've ever seen.
So normally we would pretend to leave and then you guys would call us back and do all that. But
yeah, you've made this joke about 5 times.
Straight to the footage that we have for you all today. So please check it out. Let's see.
I'm keeping this on the screen. I'm keeping this on the screen unless it's something that, because we know this is going to be some shitty Tekken World Tour thing. If it's not, though, it's going to be so funny on the video. Oh, yeah, it's the 30th anniversary. Who gives a shit? Oh, fine. Okay, we'll watch it. Fine. Everyone's like, no, put Jim back on. No. No. I'd rather watch Jim. It's Jim. I know that face anywhere. That's the best player I've ever seen in Tekken 8, Jim Mashima. Oh my god, this game fucking sucks. Free updates. Oh my god, a new stage. Wow, they just ported the fucking Tekken 7 stage into Tekken 8 and said, hey, we got a free stage. Meanwhile, Soul Calibur 6 has been doing this shit for years. Oh wow, photo mode. That's something I can already do with Unreal Engine Unlocker. Why is this in the base game? You can do this with any Unreal game. Oh wow, there's a new chapter. Oh, here's Eddie. He's going to press 3. Look, he's running to the helicopter. He's got to mash 3. Dude, I'm going to fucking cry. Dude, then they're going to have a thing at the end that's going to say 1 new preset for each character. Oh, fuck this game. Let your fist decide your fate while Eddie hits the 3 button. Oh, I'm not ready. No, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be over with. Give me Tekken 9. I'm done with this game. This game sucks. All right, are we done? All right, back to Jim. Oh, god damn it. Oh, it is Lidia, isn't it? Yeah, because this was her stage. Yeah, there you go. I told you. I'm so fucking happy. But I feel so goddamn vindicated after making that video. I told all of you. I told all of you this video is gonna be so funny because it's just going to be me talking shit because I didn't know. But I told you. I made that goddamn video about Lidia however months ago. I told you that she was a Tekken 8 character in Tekken 7. They not only put her in Tekken 8 as DLC, but then they ported her damn stage. Even the fucking stage was a Tekken 8 stage put in Tekken 7. It's insane. But I feel so goddamn, I shouldn't say vindicated, because everyone thought I was right. That's why that video got like 50,000 views or whatever it was. But God, I'm happy. And I'm happy to see you back too, because I love Lidia. Oh, yeah, okay. I love Lidia, though. I was a Lidia main. I'm super excited to play her again. I can't wait to see her trailer. I'm going to play the hell out of her. And, you know, the other thing is, too, the reason I've only been playing Yoshi is because this game doesn't have defensive mechanics. And Yoshi has the best defensive mechanics in the game. And I feel like that's intentional because, you know, the defensive mechanics in Soul Calibur are very strong, and they've tried to make Yoshi like a Soul Calibur character. So instead of having like GI, he has Flash, and he has like the back three for the sidestep, and he has Kinsho for parrying to interrupt strings and stuff. So I feel like it's intentional. And Lydia's also a super defensive character that has rushdown and aggression elements, which I think in this game is fun. So not only am I happy to see Lidia back, obviously, because I fucking love Lidia, but also besides that, I think that her gameplay is just going to bring something to the game that is largely missing, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing her. And that's not something I can say about pretty much any character in the game right now. Like, even our defensive characters, like Leroy, for example, just feels too gimmicky, right? Because he's too reliant on parries and such, and just because of the nature of how the game works, it just doesn't really work well, and it doesn't feel like it's like, it doesn't feel like it's good enough. It doesn't feel like I get rewarded enough for utilizing that. Then Asuka just has her own set of problems I don't really want to get into. She just doesn't feel good in the game, right? It's nothing about how she just doesn't feel good in the game system. It feels like they have good ideas that don't actually work in practice. But Lidia has kind of sort of a similar thing as Asuka, but she's a little bit more aggressive. I feel like she would fit into the system more. She's more complicated, I think, and she's a defensive character, which I like. I want a character with defensive mechanics, so I'm excited for it. Anyway, back to Jim. See, I'm glad someone remembers that Lidia is my secret main. We all know we're still just uninterested. Okay, well, fine then. I guess I'm the only one that cares. But when Lidia comes out, I'm going to be playing the hell out of her. I mean, I played Eddie to Fujin because I thought it was funny, and it was funny, don't get me wrong. But Lidia, I'm actually going to learn how to play. Lidia, I'm actually going to, like, get good with. There's a good chance, and I mean this with no exaggeration, as much as I love Elisa feels so shitty to play in this game that Lidia could end up just being my my second main. I know it's just a teaser, but I really want to see Lidia again. If one good thing came out of this Evo, and only one good thing did come out of this Evo, it's Lidia. Okay, yeah, let's go back through this. Man, this is going to be so cynical. This start for this reveal. But I think that's par for the course for me, to be honest. Dude, I can't get over the fact that they're advertising free update, and then they literally just ported the Tekken 7 stage into Tekken 8. And they're making it like it's some sort of big deal. Like, Soul Calibur 6 had done this from the start, and we counted the other day, it was like 6 or 8 stages that were completely free, right? In Soul Calibur 6. Samurai Showdown had its first season of DLC for free. All of Melty Blood's DLC characters were free. Like, having free stuff like this is pretty par for the course. But okay, here's what I will say though. Okay, let's not be completely cynical, because I have a cynical mind right now, because that top 8 was garbage, and I spent 2 hours just talking shit about the game. And you know what? I think it was a productive 2 hours. I'm going to say it. I got a lot off my chest. I think it was a lot more entertaining and informative and constructive than anything in that Evo. That was one of the single worst Evos I've ever seen. I've seen some bad ones. But if this kind of stuff is what the microtransactions are funding, then I can forgive the microtransactions a little bit. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. This is something that I was waiting for of the microtransactions. I said, if they start having free stuff like this that's outside of just the normal season, because the season passes are made to support the seasons. If the microtransactions are there to offset the cost of other stuff like free stages or characters, then I would be more on board with them. So even though they're super lazy, there's a good chance that they're funding stuff like this. Because even though a lot of the stuff on this stage is from Tekken 7, it's not like it's copy-pasted like the Hua-Rong outfit from Tekken 6, right? It has been redone in a lot of ways. It has been retextured for Unreal Engine. You're not seeing Tekken 7 textures on the stage, right? So even though it's the same layout and it's the same as the beach stage, right, for Tekken Ball and stuff like that, if they keep doing this stuff, and this is a sign of things to come, then I'm more okay with the microtransactions. I'm still not okay with them doing the whole thing with modders and taking down the channels and stuff like that, and I think that is inexcusable. Especially the fact that they doubled down on it. If you've seen, they started DMCA images on Twitter. Absolutely fucking appalling. But if we ignore that, I think this is good. Like I said, if they keep doing stuff like this and they either cool it with the like DMCA striking and taking down YouTube channels for modders and stuff like that, or they give a reason for it, then I can be on board with the microtransaction stuff. But it depends. This needs to be a sign of things to come, and this can't just be, oh, we repurposed the Tekken Ball stage as a free stage, and then this never happens again. You know, that's where I'm at with it. So we'll see in the future. But it's a good sign. It makes me at least a little bit hopeful. And it would also explain why the microtransactions feel more like a last-minute addition, because maybe what they decided was, oh, we want to be able to have free content in the game because the game sold so well, and we can afford to do that, so let's do the microtransaction stuff and fund it that way. Or at least that'll make it so that the executives can justify it because we're making profit from that, and then that goes back into the game. Then okay, right? Then I'm fine with it. Then I'm fine with the microtransactions. This is why I've been asking from the start. I said this in a video that never got uploaded because this was right before the matchmaking problems happened and made that video out of date. But one thing that I said is that when thinking about the problems that Tekken 8 has, all of the problems could be alleviated with communication. That's it. Like the problems with the modding stuff, communication. The problems with microtransaction stuff, communication. Everything could have been dealt with communication. And they're clearly open to that with stuff like Harada's Ball and Tekken Talk, but they don't talk about the right things. They skirt around the issues. They don't focus on the core problems that people are having. And if they just had an open dialogue with the player base and the fan base, then none of this would have happened. If they'd said from the beginning that there was going to be microtransactions, even when they introduced it, if they said it was going to be funding free updates like this, then I don't think anyone would have had a problem with it from the start. If they had given a notice for the modding stuff before copyright striking channels, people probably wouldn't have had that much of a problem with it. But instead, they just don't say anything. They aren't open with the community, and then they just start going off and doing shit. But you know what I mean? Like, all of this could have been alleviated with communication. But I'm talking way too much about this instead of moving on. The point is, free stage is good. It shows that the microtransactions aren't, they're just there for a cash grab, but is actually funding stuff. And hopefully that continues in the future. But none of this would have been a problem in the first place if they had just communicated. That's all they needed to do. They just needed to say why they were doing things. That's it. Like, $4 for a Hua-Rong outfit that was ported from Tekken 3 with 1080p textures is not worth $4. But a $4 PlayStation 3 Hua-Rong outfit that was ported from PlayStation 3 and has 1080p textures is worth it if that's being used to fund other content. You get something out of it, right? If I see that for $4 and I think, oh, it's just $4 because they're trying to take money from me because they're doing it as a cash grab, I'm not going to buy it. If it's $4 and they're using that $4 towards stuff in the game, then I feel more justified in buying it because I feel like that my money is actually being used towards something instead of building up a billionaire's portfolio. You see the difference? I'm going to have a soft end to my boycott on the DLC, on the microtransactions. Soft, right? Because I'm still going to be looking at this stuff and I'm still going to be like, okay, well, if you don't do this again at some point, like if we're talking gets to season 2 and this is the only free thing that you've done thus far, okay, then I'm done. But I think that this is enough of like a sign, and the fact of how they've advertised it and stuff, that this is something they're going to keep doing in the future. I'm having a soft end to my own personal boycott on the microtransaction stuff. Oh yeah, and the free story update too. Yeah, I mean, with how they're advertising free updates, it really makes me think that this is what the microtransaction money is funding, which is good, right? I mean, photo mode, like, yeah, it's a new free mode, and I'm glad they have it because Unreal Engine Unlocker is such a bitch to use, but this really should have been in the game from the beginning. There's no reason why it was. Well, okay, if they're like refining it to put effects and stuff on it, then okay. We'll see how it is. If it's more than like what it was in Tekken 7 with the whole Nvidia thing, however that worked, then okay, fine. Yeah, and then the new free chapter to the story mode, which I think is good, right? Like, my eyes was so red with hatred that I didn't realize until this moment. I didn't make the connection with, oh, beach stage and Lidia. I was right. Oh yeah, I was here. I saw the beach. I was like, oh yeah, Lidia. I didn't make that connection. Yeah, this is great. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's my main. That is my main. She looks so good. Holy that's all we get, right? But I love that they're still going with this same idea. Man, it's 10 seconds. Dude, look, her outfit is so good. I like the old one a lot because it was the same colors as the Polish flag. And this kind of does the same thing, but it's more subtle. And it's more, like, designed. I like that a lot more. Because you can see the Polska on top of the red, and then the red and white, which is in the same design as Poland's flag. Which is really cool. Dude, this design on the back. Okay. Alright, I'm going to say something. Don't shoot me. But this kind of reminds me of Setsuka for some reason. I don't know what it is, but something about this just makes me think of Setsuka. Dude, there's something about the facial animations too. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the facial animations, like, well, her facial animation specifically here, that just looks so good. I think it's because it's not exaggerated. It's natural, right? It's more like, I don't know, man. I'm half asleep. Isn't this on her sleeve Poland's like national flower as well? It's red, right? Poland's flower is red from what I remember. Yeah, it is. It's the red poppy. This is Poland's national flower that's on her sleeve. That's really cool. Yeah, sorry, yeah. See? Red poppy. I'm assuming that's what they're going for. I mean, it looks the same from the render. I'm also not a botanist, so I'm not sure, but yeah, I love it. I love Lidia. I'm so glad she's back. I'm glad. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind. Again, I made that damn video. When Lidia comes out, that's going to just revitalize my enjoyment of the game, I think, which is going to be nice, and hopefully the game is just going to be better balanced by that point.